That's what it sounds like to me. And it has become a game every year. Oh, we got 317. So what's the difference between 317 people dead on December 31st and 2 people dead on January the 1st? I count that as 319. Count that as 2. So they can keep counting. So, okay, that's 2, so we got 315 more we can kill. And then it's always, now you're talking about it's 5 years in a row, 6 years in a row, 7 years in a row. Do you see? I'm going to flip the script a little bit. Let me give you an example. If there was 317 white people killed in Baltimore City, first of all, the shit ain't going to get past 10. I'm going to tell you that now. It ain't going to get past 10. But let's just say for some odd, strange reason, it was 317 white people killed in the city of Baltimore. You don't have to worry about the mayor. You ain't got to worry about city council. You ain't got to worry about the police commissioner. You ain't got to worry about the police media. You ain't got to worry about the sheriff's department. You ain't got to worry about drugs on the corners no more, because the white people will buy up every gun, stick, bat, bullet, play, baseball, mitt, glove, club, golf ball, basketball, slingshot, bow and arrow that they can buy from the store. And those entire neighborhoods are going to be armed within the law. The same thing black people was doing with the Panther Party to protect themselves. But see, when white people do it, white people right. When black people do it, they're up to no good. So like I said, they ain't going to get past 10. Get past 10, the city on lockdown, and they're going to make sure the governor calls a state of emergency. Ain't going to be no more killing. It'd be a curfew, just like the COVID had a lockdown where you think you couldn't go to eat and put the mask on and shit. You ain't going to no store, market, school, zoo, library, or work until they find the person who killed those 300-something people. Now, I ain't exaggerating. I've seen it with my own eyes. I've seen 12 people get shot one weekend, blacks. And the mayor got on TV and said, well, there's a mass shooting over the weekend and blah, blah, blah. One white lady got stabbed in Canton. They had a goddamn press conference. We interrupt this news to bring you a news report. We're live downtown the Boston Street area in Canton with Miss So-and-so and the city council for district such and such about the shooting that happened today. Commissioner so-and-so is on hand to answer questions and have a press conference. They had a press conference. That was one big body. You ain't seen no more killings in Canton since then. And that was damn near 12 years ago. Is Canton still safe? No. They might fuck you up. They might rob you. They ain't gonna drop no bodies. That's for sure. Because the authority and the direct response that those people commanded, every city council person should command that same order. But when it comes to something like somebody get killed in Cherry Hill, Cherry Hill, okay, write it down. Somebody got killed in East Baltimore. Who was it? Black guy. Oh, gang related. Don't worry about it. Somebody got killed on so-and-so street. Oh, yeah, okay. Somebody got killed over there by Poplar Grove. Yeah, okay. Somebody got killed over there by Mondawmin. They did? Okay. Somebody got killed over there in Honeygrove Boulevard. They did? Right, Marsh? We're on the way. Somebody got killed in Rosedale. Rosedale. Send the helicopters. So you get a different response from different people. And that's not racism. That's called community responsibility, community policing. The same power that the school system union, teachers union, has is the same power that community has when it comes to keeping the mayor in check. And that's what you did. Hold them accountable with that pen. But most of you can't sign your own name no more because 60 passed it and the school not teach you how to sign anything. You didn't pay enough attention in school to learn anything. See, the best way to kill a black man, and I'm sorry to say it, folks, but the best way to kill a black man or woman is to not educate them. Why do you think it was against the law for a nigga to learn how to read and write? They didn't want you to do better. They want you to stay subservient so you can keep on cooking that cornbread and rubbing masters' feet. Because you knew how to read, you could read a map and run away. But as long as you don't know how to read, you ain't got no place to go. You ain't got no future. You're going to stay right here till you're 95 years old and drop dead and die. So what did they do? They pushed for this $15 minimum wage. I told them not to do it because you're going to cause a poverty strike. Poverty is on the way. If you think you owe some taxes this year, Lord have mercy. Wait until next year and find out how much you owe. You're going to owe double because now you're not making enough money and the income to offset what your tax bracket now says you owe. See, this is all a big game to people. If I'm making $5,000 a week, I don't give a shit about somebody making $15 an hour. Bill Gates says he makes over $375,000 in a month. $375,000 in 1 month. You can run a whole country off of that. For 6 or 7 years, off of what he makes in 1 month. That's not because he's white, because he's damn intelligent. So we got to keep the intelligence from the blacks, because we can't have another black man as intelligent as that. We had Dr. Carson, who we thought was intelligent, but even his degree was sponsored by Johns Hopkins. What does the word sponsor mean? It means bought and paid for. Like people who don't belong in this country, they need a sponsor. That's somebody who has bought and paid for you to be here. So you don't have a groundless walk on to pot the piss in. You're sponsored. When we say the show is sponsored by Aqua Velva, it means it's been bought and paid for a particular episode, or this particular broadcast, or this particular week. This show is brought to you in part by Minute, or whoever. Whenever you hear that, it's been bought, paid for by. So people are always looking for sponsorship, which means money. Money, 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 money. Sponsors. The downside to all of it is you don't have enough black people that can sponsor something. The ones that did, let's say Bill Cosby, use him for an example. He's so busy trying to be white that he doesn't do much for blacks. And he's done all this Temple University things, and Michael Jordan has done all this commercials and acting. But have you ever seen, and Steve Harvey does stuff for the black community under his Omega Psi Phi fraternity. But I'm not an Omega Psi Phi pledge. So how do I benefit from the fraternity? So you're left saying, you ain't done nothing for me, because you can't throw rice in the air and expect the whole neighborhood to get a pebble or a piece. You can't throw breadcrumbs on the ground and expect every bird is going to get a piece. So black people did the best they could, putting shows on the air that could educate others, like Good Times and Sanford and Son, educate people on self-employment, entrepreneurship. You might look at Fred as a junk man, but he owned his own business. He had enough money to keep the lights on. He had enough money to go to Hawaii. Everything. And, of course, it's just television, but the character had enough to provide for his son, so his son never had to go borrow any money or go get a bank loan. You never heard Lamont saying he got to go to the bank and borrow something. He had enough equity in a stake in the land of the junkyard that his father had that he had to borrow for nothing. Somebody saw an antique, I'll bring it right over. Put it on the back of the pickup truck. George Jefferson, they had dry cleaners. Shoe shine, man. Shine shoes. Went to the hotels and everything. Maids were doing dishes, cleaning houses. They said it was nigger work. But now you got more white maids than you ever had, and black and white butlers. So who's the nigger now? You know, you got to look at things and dig deep. Don't let people turn you away from your opportunity or turn you away from your destiny, your growth. There's growth in everything. Unfortunately, if you're not trying to grow, people are just going to slowly pull you back. See, Donald Trump was the sign to keep us above water. But people hate him so much, they couldn't get the picture. They kept talking. They were so worried about the way the man talks, the way the man acts. So let me ask you something, America. What's the difference between how Donald Trump talks and the way the street niggas talk? All kinds of motherfuckers and sons of bitches, pants hanging down, nothing positive to say about nothing. But that's acceptable behavior to you. You accept that from black people, but you don't accept it from white people. There's something wrong there. And, of course, you got people who say, I don't accept it from nobody. Sure you do. You don't correct the black man when he's saying what he's saying. Or, shall I say, you're not worried about the nigga on the corner because he's not the president. You don't know what he is. The nigga on the corner became mayor. And I do mean the nigga on the corner. Because that's what he was doing. He was the mayor. I got a chime. All right, let me read this real quick. All right, gotcha. So I ain't going to talk long. Time to take a break. We'll be back with Ask Us About It. Phone lines are open. 917-889-8825. Again, that's 917-889-8825. We'll be right back with more.